Good evening and welcome to the Blue Valley Antioch District Activity Complex with fall in full effect. Tonight's Hy-Vee High School game of the week. First round of the Kansas 6A High School Football Playoffs as you've got the 9 seed Shawnee Mission Northwest taking on the 8th seed of Blue Valley West. Hi, everybody. Kevin White, Mark Boerichter, and our sideline reporter is Leon Liebel. This is the Hy-Vee High School game of the week, and a new season starts. Everybody undefeated, and these teams kind of stumble down the stretch, Mark, but they're very familiar with one another. This is the third in the last 4 years meeting in the playoffs, and we expect a high-scoring game because that's what we've seen the first 2 times.
Yeah, that's the way it's been and the theme it's been in the playoffs here. And as you mentioned, both of these teams kind of stumbled down the stretch here. Both come into this game with identical 3-5 records, but we're in the state playoffs now. You can completely throw those records out of the mix. These teams are familiar with each other. They're both going to run the football tonight. It's going to be a good one.
Speaking of running backs, time now for the Hy-Vee player profile. Malik Oatis having a huge year for the Cougars.
Well, the Shawnee Mission Northwest offense all runs through Malik Oatis. Over 200 carries on the year. He might get to that 2,000-yard mark tonight. 1843 coming into this game and 20 touchdowns, Kevin. He's absolutely everything they need to be to win this game tonight. It goes through Malik Oatis.
And on the other side, you got Sage Huffman. He's only a junior, but also putting up big numbers.
Well, he's also putting up a ton of numbers as well. 1,200 yards on the year, 9 touchdowns, 183 carries. This Blue Valley West offense goes through him first. We're going to see a quarterback rotation as well, but everything for Blue Valley West starts with Sage Huffman.
Win or go home. It's the Kansas State High School Football Playoffs. We're in 6A on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week, and we're back for the opening kickoff right after this. Final strains of our national anthem on a beautiful fall evening here in southern Johnson County. Temperatures in the low 60s, and it is playoff time. Everybody, no wins, no losses. And the opening coin toss is coming up as you take a look at Josh Korkenmeyer, the young head coach of Blue Valley West, but already in his 8th year. He's only 36 years old, but this is a young-looking coach and a former Blue Valley Tiger. Played for Steve Rampy, went on to college at Emporia State where he played there, and also is a social studies teacher. And doing a good job with this program is Josh. Doug Simpson is your referee in charge tonight. And Blue Valley West won the opening coin toss, deferred their option to the second half. So it'll be Shawnee Mission Northwest from the Sunflower League. Going to get the football. And then you got Blue Valley West from the EKL. Bo Black, the longtime Kansas high school football coach. He's also in his 8th year, 22nd year overall, 13 years at Great Bend. 2006, he was state runners-up to a team from this area, Blue Valley in 5A. 50-year-old head coach. Following in his father's footsteps, a longtime Texas high school football coach. John Michael Pujado has it on the tee. Fastest guy on the team is Tyler West. He is the deep man, the sophomore. Track star as well. And playoff football about to begin in Class 6A as we get a squib kick fielded by an up man at the 24-yard line. And a nice return across the 40-yard line for the Cougars, as that was the safety man, Josh Makowitz. Makowitz is leading the team as the free safety with interceptions and has a nice return, and it'll be good field position now for this Cougar offense, which has a sophomore at quarterback. Logan Morley is their sophomore quarterback. Up and down year, still good percentage as far as passing at 60%, 5 touchdowns, 5 INTs. Decent rusher at 4.9 yards per carry, but he's more of a runner now than a passer. 1st and 10, and he'll pass. It's out in the flat, and that is Oatis. The guy that made first contact was Lake Ryan, the free safety, and then he's run out by Luke Axtell, the inside linebacker.
Well, we mentioned Malik Oatis in the open, Kevin, and everything in this Shawnee Mission Northwest offense runs through him. The 200 carries on the year, but 17 receptions out of the backfield, and they start the game with a quick pitch and catch to him.
Yeah, he can receive the football. Also has a kickoff return, as this play not doing much. They rely heavily on Malik. As take a look at the defensive guys making a play here. This is a 3-4 defense. Danny Cantanzero is their defensive coordinator in his 8th year, Chicago native.
See number 70, Hadley Holmes, doing a nice job there, shedding the block from his defensive tackle position on that tackle.
Now 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 7. Opening drive of the game as they go Wildcat with Oatis to get an extra blocker, and there he goes. Nice saving tackle there, and looks like he may be a little bit shy of the 1st down. Caden Rock, the strong safety, makes the stop about a yard shy of the 1st down.
Yeah, we're going to see this Wildcat formation quite a bit tonight from the Cougars as well, but Caden Rock, you mentioned, coming up from his safety position and stopping Oatis just short.
And they will go for it. They just go power, and quarterback sneak it forward, and they will get the 1st down. So they convert. They just go with a fullback, snap it to the fullback, and power forward for a Shawnee Mission Northwest 1st down. So our first gamble near midfield pays off for the Cougars. It's again 3-5, but they lost 3 of their last 4, as they lost last week behind 3 turnovers to Olathe East as we get our first flag. And it'll be on Northwest. Doug Simpson again is your referee tonight. So 1st and 15 for Shawnee Mission Northwest. Mo Black says we've got Oatis, and we've got a lot of sophomores playing. It's a spread offense. They'll run it about 80% of the time. Not as proficient scoring as they were last year. They averaged 31 points per game. Last year was 43. As they won 7 games last year. Pass to the flat, too tall, incomplete. As Flickinger was the target there. Or check that. That was Seth Cunningham. And it'll be 2nd down and 15.
This is one of the things Shawnee Mission Northwest has struggled when they have offensively this year, is spreading the football around to some other guys.
Now they've got a lot of wide receivers that catch the ball. Evan Qualls, Bennett, Flickinger, Cunningham. But really, Oatis is probably their leading receiver, and now this play is going to be thrown for a loss, and that's again Seth Cunningham getting a touch. And Axtell, the inside linebacker, the senior, makes the tackle for a loss, and Cunningham is shaken up.
This is a great play by Luke Axtell. You're going to see a little bit of a jet sweep coming downhill from his linebacker position, not letting Cunningham get outside.
His leg was caught underneath as he was spun down. We're in an injury timeout for senior wide receiver Seth Cunningham. If you saw Mike Williams of the Chargers get hurt last week, same thing. His leg is trapped underneath and he spun to the ground. And there's nothing you can do, yeah.
They're looking at his right knee as he's continuing to fight for extra yards. Yeah, right there you see.
I mean, it's just one of those plays. Your foot is trapped in the turf. The defender is laying on it, and hopefully youth will serve you well, but in most cases it won't, and he's injured right now.
Good to see him walking off with a little bit of help, but
once again, third meeting in the last 4 years. Blue Valley West has won both games. 2019, 42-29. Last year, 37-34. What's interesting about those two scores? Same total, 71 points in each ball game, but Blue Valley West prevailed. But Blue Valley West coming in. Losers of 3 straight and 4 of their last 5. The conference difference, strength of schedule may be immense, as here's Oatis on a cutback, and he's gang tackled as he gets to the 45, gain of 1.
Well, Kevin, not much you can do when it's 3rd and 20, in that situation anyway. But give the ball to your best player in Oatis, and Blue Valley West was certainly not fooled there, but try to pick up, a decent chunk there, but now you got to punt the football away.
Derek Larson in punt formation averages 38 yards per punt. That's not one of his better efforts, as it goes out of bounds off the side of his foot. And it'll be spotted at the 40-yard line, so a very short punt. And good field position now for the offense for Blue Valley West. Zach Darsh is their quarterback. He's headed to Penn. He's an Ivy Leaguer. His father is J.P. Darsh, former NFL long snapper, current one of the team doctors for the Kansas City Chiefs. French-Canadian guy, John Paul Darsh, long snapper with Seattle and the Kansas City Chiefs. His son, very good quarterback, played as a freshman, then went to linebacker. That's his position he's going to play in college, as his first pass is caught, and immediately the receiver, Andrew Coldharp, put his knee down, it looked like, at the 46, and the play is blown dead. So it'll be a 6-yard gain.
Both these offenses really mirror each other. It's a spread type of power offense. You're going to see they'll throw the football some, but everything runs through the running game here as Huffman breaks free.
Putting his foot in the ground and taking off. Here goes Sage Huffman on a cutback, and probably should have kept it wide. Instead, cut it to the middle of the field, and he was taken down at the 25-yard line.
Well, Sage Huffman comes into this game averaging 6.5 yards a carry, and you see why right here. Good push up front, a couple quick cutbacks, and Kevin, as you mentioned, probably should have kept it outside, but I think he thought he was going to pick up a block to cut back in, but a big game for Blue Valley West.
29 yards and a first down, and here's Darsh, who's a big guy. He's a strapping quarterback, and he's their leading tackler as an inside linebacker, and a good run, and he'll run it for a first down. There you see, those are the passing numbers, but he averages 3.5 yards per carry as whistles prior to the snap. Flag down.
Blue Valley West trying to go a little bit of tempo after a couple of big plays. Just a little bit of movement up front. Trying to go tempo there.
They're a spread offense. They'll run it about 60% of the time. They're averaging 27 points per game. As Darsh throwing to the end zone, and the pass off the receiver's hands, incomplete. Flag is down as they were looking for their tight end, Josh Kidd. And This may be a defensive pass interference penalty on the Cougars.
Well, Josh Kidd's the one guy you want to take a peek at. A tight end, big kid, 6'3", 200-pound senior. This ball just a little high, a little bit of contact early.
They're going to flag Claude Hudson with the defensive pass interference. So it is a defensive pass interference, and it'll be moved inside the 10-yard line. Quarterback keeping on the read option. Darsh powering through the tackle, dives toward the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Valley West. Well, we mentioned this guy is 6'1", 215. He's a inside linebacker on the defensive side of the ball. He's a tough tackle as a quarterback running the football as he powers through the tackle for the touchdown of 8 yards on the rush.
Well, a nice opening drive for Blue Valley West. The big run from Huffman. A few runs from Darsh, and then Darsh caps it off. The bulldozing run into the end zone.
Pujato's extra point is up and through, and Shawnee Mission Northwest, the poor punt, short field, taking advantage, and this looks like Josh Allen running the football here.
Well, when your starting quarterback's also your starting middle linebacker, and that's why he's the position he's going to play and go in college, you have a different mentality. And this mentality right here is, I'm not going to necessarily try to juke you, I'm just going to go over top of you. And that's exactly what Zach Darsh did to start the scoring for Blue Valley West.
He now has 8 rushing touchdowns on the year to match his jersey number. And getting his team off to the fast start. And he played quarterback as a freshman, then went to linebacker the last 2 years, and that's his best position. That's what he's going to play in college, but they bring him in and get a nice 60-yard 4-play drive. Less than a minute off the clock, capped by his rushing touchdown. His team off to the good start at home here at BV DAC Antioch. Last time they kicked it short. They don't want Oatis, who does have a kickoff return, for a touchdown. That was in week 1, 83 yards. And they do kick it to one of these speed guys. And another good return out to the 39-yard line. It's Tyler West, the sophomore.
Let's take a look as he fields this. He goes down with the knee. Yeah, he does. His knee was down when he fielded that ball.
Well, the ball wasn't in his possession yet, I guess. And once he got possession of it, the knee was off the ground, and it was a nice return. Tyler West, the speedy Cougar. This is Oatis, and he hasn't got going. Now, we've seen this guy go for over 400 yards in a game against Shawnee Mission East, but Mill Valley shut him down. Only 30 yards rushing in that game. That's his season low.
Well, we mentioned the offense goes through him, and Mill Valley's got a pretty darn good defense, though, Kevin, and keying on it. But it only takes one big run from him to get going, right? Like, he's got that game-breaking speed and the ability to make guys miss, so he doesn't need much of a crease. So you got to continue to work him throughout the course of the game here. I know we're early on, but right now, Blue Valley West is getting the better of him.
Yeah, we saw him in a game earlier this year against Olathe North, bottle up, and then cracks a long one. And this is the quarterback, the sophomore, with a strong run, Logan Morley. Well, he came in averaging 4.9 yards per carry, has 3 touchdowns, but has 3 fumbles lost, so he's had a sophomore-like season. A little good, a little bad. Fought through a concussion earlier in the year. And now
when you say a little good, little bad, it's something you expect out of a sophomore quarterback, right? Like learning to play here at the varsity level over the course of the year.
A lot of sophomores would be playing on Mondays and JV games. He's in a Friday night ball game, now throwing down the field and over the head of his intended target, William Flickinger, incomplete. Flickinger has 10 catches, saw time last year. He's one of their tall wide receivers at 6'3", he and Bennett. They got some smaller wide receivers. Cunningham we saw leave with the injury. There is Bennett, who's also 6'3". He's a sophomore. He's the upside guy. 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion.
Mission Northwest going with a hard count. Almost got Blue Valley West to jump offside there.
Yeah, we saw some little bit of movement, and now Oatis trying to cut back run. Saw him kind of moving bodies with his arm, and he got it to the 45.
If we go back to the previous play, though, Kevin, taking a shot down the field on a backside post of Flickinger, those are some of the things that Shawnee Mission Northwest has to continue to do throughout the course of this game. I know they didn't complete it, but it certainly softens up your defense, because when you're Blue Valley West and selling out and focusing on Oatis, you need a couple of these shots to loosen up the safeties to keep them honest back there.
Here's Oatis in trouble. And Josh Kidd will wrap him up for a tackle for a loss. This is a guy averaging 9.1 yards per carry. He has a lot of big plays, but this time Kidd, the outside linebacker, makes the stop.
Yeah, you see Kidd just keep his outside arm free right there, taking on the fullback on the block, keeping that outside arm free, pressing with his inside arm, keeping contained, and just getting enough of Oatis and letting the rest of the cavalry get there pursuit-wise.
Punt down the field this time is better by Larson. It's going to trickle inside the 15-yard line near the 12-yard line. So now we see the Blue Valley West offense. Nice opening drive, 60 yards, capped by the rushing touchdown by Zach Darsh. We'll also see Braden Nagy at quarterback, but that's only when Darsh gets tired. He is the son of Matt Nagy, the Chiefs quarterback coach. It looks like it's Nagy time now. Pass to the outside. And it's going to be caught. This is Jack Schneider. First down catch. Good catch and run by Schneider. He's a standout baseball players. They won the state championship in baseball, but well, I guess Darsh a little tired after that 60-yard drive. And Nagy gets his time and completes his first pass.
Yeah, and this is their big play wide receiver, is Jack Schneider. 5 touchdowns coming in from this season. Missed a few games because of some injury, but he's their big play guy on the outside.
Cut back by Huffman. Thought he was going to be thrown for a loss. He made a guy miss, got to the 35, and a decent run on first down by the junior.
Shawnee Mission Northwest did a nice job of stringing this out. And Huffman able to cut just back up inside.
Hoskins, the safety man, looked like he had a tackle for a loss all lined up, and Huffman able to make him miss and get 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6. We've got another Nagy brother, Tate, who's on the defensive side of the ball. He's the younger brother of Braden, and I guess there's more coming. There's twins coming.
There are. There's a couple of 14-year-olds that are in 8th grade right now coming as well.
So this penalty on the offense backs him up. The offensive coordinator is Korkenmeyer. Once again, they're about 344 as far as yards per game, most of it on the ground. There's Braden's passing numbers. 206 of the 344 they get via the ground. But this team has had 12 giveaways. And said the penalties haven't really been a problem, but they are here early on.
The Blue Valley West offensive line has had a couple back-to-back penalties here, as we saw. But really what's causing it is the Shawnee Mission Northwest defense, when there's motion, is moving, right? Shifting their guys on the defensive line. Linebacker that's mugged up is moving back, another one's moving up. And the Blue Valley West offensive line right now, mainly the guards, are being influenced by that.
2nd down and long with the penalty. Swing pass Huffman, running room down the sideline. Huffman A cut across midfield, still going, in space now. This is where he's dangerous. Gets a block from his wide receiver inside the 20. 10, 5, dive to the end zone, touchdown! Sage Huffman on a screen pass. It goes 75 yards, and we got a penalty flag down behind the play. Might be a wide receiver blocking down the field. And a holding penalty on Blue Valley West.
Well, here's the thing. This is still going to be a first down, holding penalty from the spot of the foul, but this is a design swing and screen right here out to Huffman. Nobody out in the flat with him. Up the sideline, and this is where you start to get a few of those penalties, and you're going to see it right there.
That's Colt Harp, number 18.
But still a first down for Blue Valley West.
Just across midfield at the 44. Flags down as the ball is snapped. So another 1st and 15 scenario for the young head coach of Blue Valley West. Former Blue Valley Tiger, played for the legendary Steve Rampy, who he lost to earlier this year in week 4. Staley won 34-33. Here's Huffman. They say there's not a lot of... our new running back in the game is Tyler Bono. There's now some extracurriculars after the play. Let's see if the officials calm everybody down there. That's the big guy. Miles Ewell at 6'7", 265. Kind of stands out when you do something. So you don't want to do anything. But this is Bono's first touch of the game. And
you see here.
All right, here we go. They're blocking, yeah.
That's an offensive lineman right there doing the dirty work, right? Finishing a play.
But when you're as big as he is, you kind of stand out. Bono, nothing gained. Pass deflected at the line. Incomplete. As looked like was Estrada back there? No, number 16, I beg your pardon. It's Makowitz, the free safety. Was pressuring the quarterback and got the deflection.
Nice job of getting his hands up there, Kevin, because Blue Valley West trying to get the ball again in the flat to the running back. Had it set up. It was going to be a decent-sized gain, if not a first down. Makowitz getting his hands up.
And Huffman back in the ball game. Quarterback reading and throwing and completing, and this is Jack Schneider again. And should be enough for a first down as he's close to the 30-yard line. Now, Schneider's been fighting a leg injury, Mark. He's been limited in his snaps this year.
He is, but you're going to see the movement with the motion. Schneider finds the empty spot in the zone, and Darsh is able to hit him for the first down.
And here's Huffman, who's not the biggest guy in the world, but they say he fits the scheme. The junior, 5'8", $163, just kind of puts his foot in the ground and gets what he can. And not a too speedy a guy, still 4'6". He's not slow by any means. And here he is again, putting his foot into the ground and getting a nice gain. As a sophomore, he ran for 1,400 yards and 13 touchdowns. Also scored the winning run in the 6A state championship against Manhattan. Hal Jones the hit. And the speedy Huffman came around third to score the winning run 4-3 in a third baseball championship for the Jaguars. Now third down and short. Third down and a couple facing this Jaguar offense. Quarterback keeping on the read option. And it's Nagy running for the first down. Check that. That's Darsh back in the ball game. So Darsh. So we got rotating quarterbacks and Darsh back in, and he has the rushing touchdown earlier as we send it down to Leon.
Hey, Kevin, while this Northwest defense is trying to be focused here on stopping Blue Valley West on offense, one of their top offensive players we saw her earlier, Seth Cunningham, the wide receiver, they're working on him over on the other side and trying to get him back in the game. He did injure his right knee. They've got it wrapped up. They're having him do stretching exercises. Probably questionable if he will return, though.
Yeah, didn't look good with his leg trapped underneath as the end of the first quarter, 6A playoff action. EKL versus Sunflower. The home team leads by a touchdown. Nice moon above the brand new press box here. Only the second year at BV DAC Antioch. It's Halloween just around the corner, coming up this Monday. But it's cooling off very quickly. Beautiful day in Kansas City. Temperatures in the upper 60s, but fans all bundle up tonight for this first round state playoff game in Class 6. We've already seen the number 1 seed, Olathe North, advance. The number 2 seed, Olathe West, winning last night. And the number 5 seed in Thursday night games, Blue Valley Northwest, have advanced. The winner of tonight's game will play Olathe North next week in the state playoffs. The loser, well, I have a feeling you'll be trick-or-treating on Monday, and you'll also be turning your gear in on Monday. Your season will end. Win or go home time. As another fruitful drive. Here's Darsh going to throw the ball to the sideline, off the hands of Schneider, incomplete.
A little corner flat concept. Trying to hit Schneider right along the sideline, unable to come up with it. Brings up this third down here, Kevin, and I think Blue Valley West is in 4-down territory here right now. I mean, your defense in the first 2 drives has played extremely well. You're able to punch it in your first drive. We'll see what happens here.
3rd down and 6. Darsh pumps, throws to the back of the end zone. The receiver going down, and they say incomplete. Yes, that time it was Hoskins with the coverage, and the receiver and Hoskins, the strong safety, got a little tangled up there, and the receiver hit the deck, but no flags hit the deck, and now we see the kicking team coming out for a field goal try. John Michael Pujato, honorable mention all-league kicker, has 3 field goals made on the year. And this will be a 28-yard attempt after a timeout by Shawnee Mission Northwest. So JMP will try the field goal. Let's go back to the pass play, Mark. You make the call in the back of the end zone. The safety man has the coverage.
Yeah, well, watching it live, I didn't think there was any pass interference at all, and thought maybe their feet got tangled up, but it looks like he just tripped a little bit right there. So good no call. In regards to that, remember that, Kevin, this drive, Huffman had the big touch, what we thought was the touchdown, right, negated by the penalty. So a nice little stand here by Shawnee Mission Northwest to force this field goal.
Pujato, right through there. It's up and good from 28. And it's now 10-0. Blue Valley West on top at home.
As I mentioned, that's a win for Shawnee Mission Northwest defense because there was a 75-yard touchdown. There was a holding penalty that brought it back. It was still a first down. But to hold Blue Valley West to a field goal right there at the remainder of that drive is a big win.
Yeah, a lot of penalties on that drive. Multiple quarterbacks, multiple running backs. Touchdown nullified by penalty. Ends up in a 28-yard field goal by Pujato and a 10-0 lead. As the Cougars about ready to get it back. Talked to the coaching staff for Shawnee Mission Northwest. It felt like Blue Valley West played the tougher schedule this year. So that as the Ivy scoring drive coming at you. 89 yards, capped by the field goal. But both teams come in at 3 and 5, but one team plays in the EKL, the other plays in the Sunflower Conference. And even the folks in the Sunflower Conference thought the EKL, that's a tougher schedule when you play in that league.
Well, it certainly is. I believe it's a tougher schedule. It's not that the Sunflower Conference is any slouch, but just the quality of teams overall that you have to play week in and week out in the EKL is a little bit different.
Well, Tyler West took a gamble there, let that ball hit, and the field turf dampened the spirit of the ball, and it just trickled over the goal line for a touchback. That's a live ball in the field of play. And, I said, hey, he got in there, and it's a touchback from the 20. See the Cougar offense.
Yeah, very fortunate here as this ball just trickles into the end zone. And, of course, in high school, it just has to hit the end zone, and it's automatically a touchback. And
right there, once it hits the white line. And Morley, the sophomore, going to pass on first down. Has his man Bennett with an over-the-shoulder catch. This kid is only a sophomore. Love the upside on Deshaun Bennett. His 12th catch of the year, and it's a first down.
Well, you mentioned he's only a sophomore, but he's their leading receiver and their big play guy. And I love this call on first down from Northwest. Everything is run through your running back early on, and this is a nice job of getting a chunk play.
25 yards.
A shot to loosen up this Blue Valley West defense.
Yeah, you get an explosive play on your drive. Your odds of getting points on the drive increase drastically as we go all analytics on you. And here's Morley's pass to the outside. Gonna be, nearly intercepted. As was nearly picked off there by Crew Myers. Crew is a wide receiver when he plays offense. He's thinking, my hands are better than this.
Yeah, this is just a long throw and the ball's late.
I think the wide receiver chipped at him a little bit there and knocked that free. Otherwise, he might have had the INT. Second down and 10. Again, Oatis running hard toward the sideline before he is pushed out there by Nagy. Now, the sophomore Nagy goes 5'8", $128. But they say he's a gritty, tough kid for as small as he is. Oatis welcomed him to the game there on the sidelines, on the Northwest sidelines.
This was a fantastic run of what Oatis can do. The jump cut to the outside, and then, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and be physical at the end of this run as well.
Now third down and 3. Here's Oatis. And he is ripped down. That is Darsh. Now, we've seen Darsh be physical as a quarterback, but this is his position, inside linebacker, going to the Ivy League to play at Penn, and he grabbed Oatis and ripped him to the ground. It'll be fourth down.
I kind of thought Oatis should have kept going to the outside here a little bit. I know Darsh was still there, but might have been able to pick up an extra yard for the first down, but a good solid tackle by Zach Darsh.
Well, they went for it back in the first quarter. It looks like they're going to go for it again as they quickly go up. And it's Morley on a quarterback sneak, and he got the first down. Good push by the offensive line. Guys up front, Walsh, Fox, Dillard, Aguirre, and Malin. Really did a good job of pushing, and the sophomore, Morley, able to get the first down. How big is this drive for this Cougar team right now? I know.
Well, we got
10
a long
points.
Way,
I know.
we
Yeah,
got a long way to go in this
time,
game,
yeah,
but I'm with you, Kevin. This is an important one for Northwest.
Cut back. Here he goes. Oatis in space to the house. Touchdown. 44 yards in the blink of an eye. Malik Oatis. And that is his 21st rushing touchdown of the year. And 22 total with his kickoff return. And just like that, Mark, bottle up, and then to the house. 44 yards.
Well, that's why he's dangerous. And we're starting to talk about this being an important drive. And when you've got Malik Oatis and put the ball in his hands, good things can happen for you for this Cougar offense, and we saw it right there.
Derek Larson tacked on the extra point, 10-7 ball game.
But you said bottle up, bottle up, bottle up. A little option play. They've contained him so far, but he doesn't need, it only takes one play for his game-breaking speed and the ability, and they execute the option to the short side of the field. Malik Oedis basically untouched into the end zone.
Closing in on 2,000 yards. And more than likely going to be a Simone finalist. The season he's had. And he went for over 200 last week, scored in the first play of the game against Olathe East. His deep back will be Max Miller. Also deep back will be Tate Nagy. Larson the run up. Miller from the 5 on the return. Mad Max with a cutback and across the 20, and that's where the offense will scrimmage, and we'll just have to wait and see who runs out at quarterback, who comes out at running back. Looks like it's going to be the senior Nagy. His dad was the former Chicago Bears head coach before getting fired. So this is their first year here. They came in this summer.
Well, this was the school district they lived in before they went to Chicago. And obviously coming back here this summer.
Nagy throwing it down the field, has his man near midfield with the over-the-shoulder catch. And a nice play there as this is Caden Sheeline. He slot back at 6'2", and he's a tall wide receiver and just ran right under. That was a great throw by Braden.
It was a great throw on that side of things. And here's
Hoffman taking off and whistles. Flags down prior to the snap. I'm assuming here there's a flag down at midfield. Could hear Coach Korkemeyer saying, no way. Legal substitution on the defense.
Well, and that's a dead ball now, too, right? They used to let you play with 12 and see the outcome of the play. But with 12 guys, it's automatically a dead ball.
They were liking the outcome with Huffman running the football, I think. But
really unfortunate situation there, right? Like that used to be the situation where they used to let you play with 12 and see what happened. And Blue Valley West had Huffman loose.
1st and 5. Nagy avoids the pressure and then grabbed from behind and taken down. Nice play there by Cameron Kelly, the junior defensive lineman. Able to stay with the play. Nagy got the first wave, but the second wave got him. And they'll lose about 3 yards of the sack.
And Nagy was ready to pull the trigger and throw this ball down the field, but the pressure in his face, you mentioned, had to pull it down.
2nd down and 8. And this play going nowhere as that's Tyler Washnick, the nose guard. He's not the biggest guy, 5'9", a $190 junior, but they say he's quick and able to get off his blocks and makes the nice stop there. That's another tackle for a loss, and now it's back to a 3rd down and 9. 3rd down and 8. It's a long 8. As Nagy buying time, throwing, and too tall, incomplete, as that was intended for Crew Myers.
Well, this play was kind of doomed from the beginning. This wasn't a designed throw to Crew Myers whatsoever. They were trying to set up a screen to Sage Huffman here at the bottom of the screen. But Blue Valley Northwest snuffed this out, and then Darce just trying to make a play late.
Now 4th down, and it's 8. We've seen Nagy do the quick punt. That's what he'll do this time. Sends it away from the return man. But it'll be Oatis from the 10. Look out, spinning away from the first wave of special teamers down there. And what a return. This guy's so dynamic, Mark. You think, oh, this one's just going to bound around. Oatis collects it at the 9 and gets a nice return as we send it down to Leon.
Ball player and a great running back, but his passion really is off the football field, where he's interested in being a forensic scientist. He studies forensic science, says he's obsessed with the stuff, watches Law and Order, all the CSI shows. That's what he wants to major in college. He says, I just want to work in the lab and do all the fingerprints and all that stuff when there's a murder. Right now he's leaving some evidence that he's a pretty good running back too.
Well, he just had a 15-yard punt return, and we've seen the 44-yard dash for the touchdown, and got his team right back in the game, as they'll have it at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for Morley in the offense. Quick pass to the sideline, diving attempt incomplete. That was Flickinger. Laid out for the ball, couldn't reel it in. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness, as I mentioned before, in the previous drive for Shawnee Mission Northwest, throwing the football on 1st down, just trying to connect with Flickinger on the quick out, but unable to do so. Morley took a shot late as well.
Hopefully the sophomore is good to go. He missed a game, I believe, due to a concussion. And now we get flags at the snap of the football.
This is going to be on the motion man. Started toward the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped.
That'll cost Bo Black's team some real estate. Of course, his son Ty is now playing at Air Force. Had some good quarterbacks here. His son was a very good quarterback, Ty Black. And last year was Blake Reeder. And Morley is only a sophomore, and hopefully to fill those big shoes that they've had the last couple of years. 2nd down and 15. Reeder playing at Butler Community College currently, is now Morley in trouble and going to be sacked inside the 10-yard line. And coming through and making the sack for the Jaguars is Gabe Jenks, one of their backup defensive linemen. Quick little guy.
Well, you see him break through in here, and Morley had a couple guys open down the field, but Jenks able to get the pressure and a sack, and now, Kevin, that illegal procedure penalty compounds itself because you had a big loss taking the sack as well.
And Jenks, 5'10", 152, listed as a linebacker, plays on the defensive line, as here's Oatis. He is spun down there as McManaman, the nose guard, with the stop. Now Oatis is a little shaken up. Once again, when you hurl the player forward, if their legs are caught underneath, that's the dangerous part of there. And Oatis going to run off, but I think he's a little shaken up as McManaman grabbed him. You land on the body and the legs get trapped, and it's a dangerous situation. So many guys get injured. Now 4th down and a country mile for Derek Larson, punting out of his own end zone, and this is his best punt of the night as he sends a spiral down the field.
What a great punt.
Work its way down near the 30-yard line. It's nearly a 58-yard punt. Let's go back to that last tackle on Oatis. I think it's the nose guard making the stop here. So you whirl the guy around. His leg didn't get caught. It looked like it just got twisted around the defender's leg there.
It's got twisted up a little bit. What a great
Cunningham.
punt. What a great punt, Kevin. They need Shawnee Mission Northwest. I mentioned his first punt wasn't that great. That was a tremendous punt. Backed way up in your own territory to flip this field to the 30-yard line of Blue Valley West.
58 yards, and it'll be a running play. And a little extra there. Throw a little extra mayonnaise there for Harper Engel, the sophomore, as he made the stop on Huffman. That's a good way to catch a flag. Kind of.
There was definitely some extra here on this play at the end. And Huffman doesn't see him coming, but
he grinds him down, and then he puts his chest into him again, and then the leg. Yeah, that's a young guy, a little excited to be playing in a playoff game. His boundary run, and nice play there by Hageman. He's one of the sophomores. They got a lot of sophomores, Mark. 5 sophomores playing on the defensive side, so the future is bright. As Hageman is their leading tackler, number 10 there, the Mike linebacker.
Well, and the thing about Hageman, too, 5'10", 165, Kevin, sophomore. He's going to get bigger because he's only a sophomore. But you mentioned the youth on this defense. But over 100 tackles on the year for Hageman as a sophomore. He's going to be a guy to watch in the future here as well. But a real nice play downhill right there to meet Huffman.
Engel also one of their up-and-comers who had the last tackle as a sophomore. Makowitz, one of their leading pass interceptors as a sophomore. Slant, open to Jack Schneider, and a nice cut. Hudson going to push him out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line near the 19. So a big play, and you can see the chemistry between Schneider and Nagy.
Well, this is just a quick slant at the bottom of the screen. It's an easy pitch and catch, but it's quick, and then Schneider does the rest with his legs. Soft coverage on the outside by Hudson. Allowed that quick slant by Schneider.
44 yards on the pass and run, and now we see a running play. And this is again, Huffman, I want to call him Mr. Vanilla. I mean, he seems a little vanilla on all his runs, but they're always very positive, good runs for this guy, and the numbers are always there at the end. I mean, he's over 1,000 yards, good yards per carry.
Well, he's a patient runner. That's what I like to put it as with him. You see them press the edge with their stretch plays. He's very patient, waiting for his offensive line to open things up.
And again, it's the Nagy pass to the outside. And there is a flag down. The wide receiver was kind of thrown to the turf there. And that was Sheline, the big wide receiver, number 9. Let's see what the flag is. Looked like it was Hoskins, the safety man, with the stop. And now they're going to pick up the flag. No penalty. And the fans will grumble on the home side. You make the call at home here. Is this a flag?
I think the inside official thought this was a face mask, and he had the inside of the shoulder pad. So good job by the officials to get together right there. That's where I think I could see where the umpire, in between looking with those dark face masks and the black jerseys, thinking that might have been a face mask.
Third down and short. And the quarterback keeping it. Darsh fighting hard, bending backwards. And he'll have it inside the 1, 1st and goal. Darsh with a power run. And just a little bit short. He had the back arch there and just about a half yard short, it looks like. And it's running play. Huffman trying to cut it back. And his second effort got into the end zone. Sage Huffman. 1 yard rushing touchdown. His 10th of the year.
Well, a nice drive by Blue Valley West. And the big explosive play, Kevin, as you like to talk about so much, right? Was the quick slant to Schneider to set up this touchdown.
Pujato drills the PAT, and there's Sage, standout baseball player. It's the 1 yard rushing touchdown. I thought he was going to be denied here. There's some good second effort on this run.
Yeah,
as we look at the big play there, Schneider.
This is the big play that got the explosive play that really flipped that field position. We talked about the great punt, and then Darsh on the zone read, but then getting it down to the half-yard line, and then you just watch Huffman keep the legs churning, spin out of the tackle, and hit pay dirt for the Jaguars.
Yeah, Hageman, the Mike linebacker, kind of grabbed him, and he was able to spin away and get into the end zone, capping a 69-yard, 7-play drive, 2.5 off the clock. And back to a 10-point lead now for the Jaguars at home here at BV-DAC Antioch. Only in its second year. Beautiful stadium. First time broadcasting here. Oatis, your deep man. On to Tyler West to retrieve this kick for the Cougars. Win or go home. First round of the state playoffs. Both teams 3-5. This is the 8-9 matchup. Usually these teams play much later in the year, second round or a state quarterfinal game. But this year with that 3-5 record, I see this as a first round playoff game. As Pujato down the field. T. West from the 8-yard line and just across the 20-yard line where he's hauled down.
Russ did a nice job of just getting something there. That ball kind of took a funky bounce off of the turf.
Well, plenty of time. You got 2 timeouts if you're Shawnee Mission Northwest. See if they can get Bennett going, the wide receiver, number 5. We know what Oatis can do as he comes out in the Wildcat look. And he is blown up on the play. And making the stop there was John Michael Pujato. We got a flag down. Or maybe we just have an officials meeting here. No, it is a flag down.
I think this is an illegal formation or illegal shift. Yeah. They didn't have a wide receiver down here, was not on the line of scrimmage. You're going to see, you can't see the other guy, but they didn't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage. Shawnee Mission Northwest, the tackle was uncovered, number 50. And so that was the illegal formation.
Okay, so now they decline the penalty and take it as a tackle for a loss. It's a loss of 2, second down and 12 for Morley. Sophomore's flushed, throwing, sideline, and Oatis comes back and makes the catch. Still third down upcoming. I mentioned Oatis is the team leader in targets, helping his quarterback out as he was flushed.
Well, Oatis did a nice job of turning up field here and getting some separation and then coming back.
Blake Ryan involved in the stop. Still now facing a third down and 7. As Malik goes out as a receiver, empty set. Quarterback throwing down the field, and it's going to be caught on the deflection by Bennett across midfield. First down. So the receiver and the defender jousting for the ball, and this time the receiver got the bounce and the first down across midfield.
Well, one of the things that Blue Valley West is doing defensively is when they split Oatis out, they're taking Josh Kidd out as a linebacker and put him on him and jamming him. But this play, Morley just able to roll out, throw this ball in a 50-50 ball to Deshaun Bennett. And both go up for this ball, but on the deflection, able to come down. That's a huge conversion for Shawnee Mission Northwest.
And it's an explosive play, 28 yards, 1st and 10. Quick pitch it out to Oatis. He's got running room. The edge is open. Spin move. And finally ridden down at the 38-yard line. As Pujato making the stop. And it's going to be a gain of about 9.5. And you see the danger. This guy has got offers from Division II schools like Emporia State, Missouri Baptist. JUCO's looking at him. He's got the 4.5 speed. Also plays basketball.
He did pick up the first down, Kevin.
Oh, it is a first down, I beg your pardon. And now Morley going to go deep middle and pass incomplete. As the coverage was there. As that was Flickinger, the target. Coverage by Nagy. The sophomore has an interception on the year.
Well, this ball is just a little too late down the field. Ends up being into double coverage. But a nice effort by Flickinger to go up and try to make that catch.
Also involved was Crew Myers in the secondary. Coverage was very good, 2nd down and 10. Power I formation. Morley keeping it. The quarterback is taken down. Making the stop there was Nico Cocomelli, one of their future stars as a sophomore, leads the team in tackles for a loss.
Well, a power set, and this is the ball that Morley needs to pitch to the outside. They're running the option under center for the first time tonight, outside of when they've quarterback sneaked it, and just misread that.
Now they're behind the sticks, 3rd down and long. And looks like we're going to get a timeout for the Cougars, their 2nd.
I think Coach Bo Black was banking that Blue Valley West was going to take a timeout there on 3rd down to try to conserve some clock and possibly get this ball back. The play clock was down to about 2 seconds. They were not going to get the snap off in time, so Shawnee Mission Northwest having to burn a timeout.
Still have one in their back pocket. The game of the week is brought to you by Hy-Vee. They're proud to support Kansas City High School athletics. In southern Johnson County, the VVDAC Antioch. Cooler as the evening progresses. Beautiful day in Kansas City, though. Temperatures in the upper 60s. Halloween just around the corner. Get your candy, get your costumes. Big Monday night Halloween for 2022.
You got a costume picked out, Kevin?
Oh, yeah. Might not remember these, but as a child of the 70s, the leisure suit was my thing. My dad had a lime green leisure suit. I was about ready to get rid of it. I said, hold on, Dad. We're about the same size. Don't throw that away. The polyester will never go bad on it.
So are we going to see that at the state championship game this year? You've opened up the door to that.
No,
now.
I'm not going to be wearing that. But, just saying that's my Halloween costume, my go-to. As play action and a wide open receiver on the near sideline. And that is the tight end, Clayton Haben. His 10th catch of the year, and they left the tight end wide open, and he converts on the 3rd down and long with this pass from Morley to Haben.
What a great play design, because they sneak Haben out and there is nobody out there, and a huge 3rd down conversion here as we enter close to the end of the first half.
Yeah, it's an 18-yard pass, and now a flag is down as Oatis on a cutback run, tackled by Ryan.
This is going to be a hold on number 50, Carter Walsh, I believe.
So that's the left tackle.
Or a chop block.
This is going to be a very costly penalty. Let's see what you can see here with the left side of the screen and the tackle.
Yeah, and you can see that's the illegal chop block. I thought maybe it was going to be a hold, but it was still the left tackle as he was engaged with the guard. And you cannot engage on that cut block if he's engaged up high.
Back to the 27, 1st and 25. And Morley looking for his tight end. Oh, Haben nearly ran underneath it. Maybe over the shoulder catch, but it sails incomplete.
This is basically the same play they ran 2 plays ago, just to the opposite side of the field. And Haben was still open on it. Just overthrows him.
Just inches away. Looked like it caught a piece of his glove.
Missed opportunity right there for the Cougars.
One timeout left. You're under a minute Coming up, Hy-Vee at the half. Numbers and highlights brought to you by your employee-owned Hy-Vee stores. And now we get a flag on Shawnee Mission Northwest. This drive, when all said and done, may be sabotaged by these penalties.
Yeah, you get a huge third down conversion, and now the chop block penalty backs you up. A missed opportunity when your receiver was open to the tight end, and now an illegal procedure, and you're back at the 32-yard line. When you were at the 12.
Yeah. This is way behind the chains. Second down and 30. Morley down the field, too tall, not even close. Looking for his man Bennett, who's calling for a flag. The gestures to the official, the back judge back there. No flags fly. It'll be third down.
This ball is just overthrown. There's a little bit of contact here, but not enough by any means to warrant any kind of pass interference.
Penalties have backed the Cougars way up. Third down and a country mile as quarterback hit as he throws it. It's going to be intercepted. Going back the other way. And it's going to be a pick six for the Blue Valley West Jaguars as Morley could not throw it away. And it'll go as a Zach Darsh pick six with Axtell with the pressure, caused the ill-advised throw, and Darsh gets the pick six, and that is a big one. It's now 23-7.
Well, this is a sophomore mistake by Logan Morley. He had pressure, and in this situation, you just got to take the sack, but he tries to get rid of this football, and Zach Darsh is all over it.
Darsh, his second touchdown of the night. Pujato, extra point up and through. So Pujato, perfect on PATs as a 28-yard field goal. And it goes as a 69-yard interception return.
Well, they're running a mesh route, and he's waiting for this to open up, and really doesn't see him. And I said it was a sophomore mistake, but he was trying to throw the football to his tight end coming across the field, and unfortunately got hit just as he was trying to throw this. But even in that situation right there, just go ahead and take the sack, knowing you're being chased, and it turns into a pick six the other direction.
Sixth interception thrown of the year by Morley. Darsh has the rushing touchdown back in the first quarter, now has a defensive touchdown, and this team eighth takeaway of the year. It's been a defense that's given up the same amount of points that they have scored offensively. They've given up some points. A big play in the playoffs. And Blue Valley West was penalized for unsportsmanlike conduct, so they will back up for a long kickoff back to the 25. And after the PAT, the penalty was thrown on Blue Valley West. So maybe some talking back and forth, and it'll cost some yardage back. 15 yards from the 40 to the 25. PAT was good. It's 24-7. Jags at home. And now they will kick away. And this will be Oatis from the 25, eating up ground quickly with that 4.5 speed. And now kind of powers down as he crosses midfield as he's taken down. 27 yards on the return. And still time with the timeout for the Cougars.
As you mentioned, they still have a little bit of time here. They've got a good field goal kicker as well. So an opportunity to potentially get some points here if you want to be aggressive.
Oatis has that 44-yard touchdown run and closing in on 2,000 yards. Needed 157 coming in. He's about halfway there. 75 yards and a touchdown. This guy, a tremendous senior year. Let's see what they want to do. Oatis with space. Oatis to the outside and finally pushed out of bounds. They're in Larson territory as far as their field goal kicker. The Mark mentioned he's a very strong-legged kicker. So Oatis busts a nice run here on a first down play.
Well, nice job in blocking up front and Oatis getting to the outside.
24 yards in a flash there as he's pushed out by Pujado. And you still got 8 seconds. You still have a timeout you can use. Well, that should put him right around the 100-yard mark. And he's over 100, closing in on that 2,000 yard. And another pass picked off. Back the other way. This is Nagy, the little sophomore. And boy, you talk about reading the quarterback's eyes. His second interception of the year. And 1 second to go before halftime. Gritty, gutty Tate.
Well, with only 8 seconds on the clock, this is a heady play by the sophomore, as you mentioned. Reading the quarterback's eyes, understanding 3 receivers there. Somebody's breaking out. They're just trying to get a few extra yardage or a few extra yards there. And Tate Nagy stepping in front of that.
And he gets the turnover sledgehammer. Second interception thrown tonight by Morley. That's 7 on the year, but that's the second interception by Tate. And I said, wait a minute, he's 5'8", $128. He said, forget the size. This kid is gritty. He's gutty. He plays smart. And they love him out there at a cornerback slot. Now handing off to Huffman. And Huffman will just run out of bounds at the 45, and that is halftime. And the home team, Blue Valley West, the team that really was kind of struggling down the stretch of the regular season, lost 3 straight, but looking good here as we reach halftime. Here's Leon with their head coach.
Yeah, we got the head coach of Blue Valley West, Josh Korkenmeyer, and coach, your team in control on the scoreboard. I was going to ask you about the balance of your offense, but how nice it was to have that pick 6 there with 40 seconds.
Yeah, it was really nice. You know, sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way, and sometimes it does, and we got fortunate there.
Yeah, your offense is playing well, but I want to ask you, too, about your defense. You gave up the one big run and pretty much have contained them.
Yeah, that kid's a great player, and so for our defense to play the way they have, so it's pretty great. There's a few adjustments we need to make, but we're okay.
Now on offense, there is that balance. Is that why you use the 2 quarterbacks?
Yeah, just a combination of both of those guys do an awesome job, and Braden and Zach are both awesome kids and do an awesome job doing what we ask them to do and executing our offense, and it's working well so far, so hopefully we can keep it rolling.
Up 24-7 at half, what do you got to do in the second half?
Oh, we got to be consistent. We got to execute and continue to be physical, run the football like we've been, take shots when we can, be consistent in our passing game, so really just be consistent and execute.
All right, Coach, thank you so much.
Awesome, thank you.
Kevin, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Leon. And halftime here at the BV-DAC Antioch. And the home team looking good, looking to move on in the state playoffs in Class 6A. 24-7 Jags over the Cougs. And we're back with Hy-Vee at the half after this timeout on Spectrum Sports. (24-7) Blue Valley West leading halftime, first round of the 6A state playoffs. Time now to check the Hy-Vee first half numbers. And Mark, you see Blue Valley West pretty balanced. And those turnovers will kill you, especially if it turns into a pick 6 like Blue Valley West got.
Yeah, it's been a pretty even first half, Kevin, really in a lot of ways. You know, even on the first downs, but the 2 turnovers there, of course, both happened in the last minute and a half of the first half, and mainly the first interception was the pick 6, which was really the momentum breaker, here ending the first half.
Malik Oatis trying to get 2,000, has 110, so he's 47 away from 2,000 yards. Coming into play tonight has the 44-yard touchdown run. Here's some of his runs, bottled up early, and then this guy can only keep him in check for so long before he decides to break one.
Well, Blue Valley West did a great job early on in this game, especially in the first quarter, of really bottling him up. But he only needs a little bit of a crease, and we've talked about this. You can bottle him up, and then a big play happens, and this was the 44-yard touchdown run, which is the lone score for the Cougars here in the first half.
Well, the big lead for Blue Valley West. They won the coin toss, deferred their option of the second half. And their fans are loving it here tonight. BV DAC Antioch. Larson to kick off to start the second half. Nagy and Miller deep back. This will be Miller from the 4-yard line. And he's taken down just across the 15-yard line.
Well, big opening series here coming for Shawnee Mission Northwest defense, because we talked about that pick six at the end of the first half. This is a chance to get a stop here, get the football back, and let Oatis do his thing.
So let's send it down to Leon.
Hey, Kevin, I talked to Shawnee Mission Northwest head coach Bo Black coming out of the locker room at halftime. He says, we just got to keep scraping. He says, those 2 interceptions at the end of the half were just kicks in the stomach. We got to go out and play like these last 24 minutes are our last 24 minutes, because he says they are. This is the playoffs.
Screen pass and a first down catch and run by Sage Huffman. Tackle from behind by Engel. But this Huffman kid, as a receiver, been very effective in this game.
Well, I think it's one of the underrated portions of his game offensively is the way he's able to catch the ball out of the backfield. And Blue Valley West has done a nice job early on here in this game, and we just saw it right there, getting him out on the perimeter on a little swing pass.
Goes for a nice 14 yards, and then it goes for 4 yards on a rushing play. Huffman is only a junior, first team All-League last year. Just fits this scheme nicely. Pass down the field, over the shoulder catch in stride, and going to be in for the touchdown. That is Lake Ryan. Tell you what, he made the adjustment, ran underneath the football, and able to just get into the end zone for the touchdown. It'll go 66 yards and a touchdown for Blue Valley West. Lake Ryan is one of their star defensive players. Gets limited snaps on offense. Limited or not, that's a big play, and that is a big touchdown as Pujato, perfect on kicks tonight, puts this one through. 31-7 home team.
Well, we haven't seen Zach Darsh go down the field on a vertical side of things much. And Lake Ryan gets behind the coverage, and this was a beautifully thrown ball. And then Lake Ryan just weaving in and out. Gets into the end zone. And just like that, I mentioned this was an important drive for Shawnee Mission Northwest defense. They give up an explosive play, and it's 31-7 for Blue Valley West.
Oatis gets his chance now as he is deep back to retrieve the kick along with Tyler West. Well, 3 plays, 84 yards, 2 explosive plays, and it's another touchdown as Here's Tyler West on the return. The speedy sophomore breaking free. Safety man has to make the stop. That is John Michael Pujato, and he will make the stop. Now Tyler West with that great electric speed, and they say he's the fastest guy on the Cougar squad with a big-time return.
Well, it's pick your poison of who you're going to kick it to. I'd kick it to the up guys because you've got Oatis back there and West, and they've been squibbing this a little bit, but just pooching this. And watch when West, right about here, you can see this starting to form on the open field. And a nice answer by Olathe Northwest on this kickoff return.
64 yards by Tyler West. And it'll be a first and goal situation. Morley, the quarterback, pitching out to Oatis in short space there. That was like, they were like staring at one another, really close proximity there. And he kind of let it go, and Oatis kind of had to brace to make the catch on it. Not much gain, a couple of yards. It'll be second down and goal from the 7-yard line. This is their power eye set. They bring in 2 blockers in front of Oatis. And Malik dives to the end zone. He's in. Touchdown as he reaches his left hand across the goal line with the football intact. His second touchdown of the night. And his 23rd of the year as he closes in on 2,000. It's 31-13, Blue Valley West.
Well, nice job by Shawnee Mission Northwest to capitalize on the big return by West.
And now Olivia Anderson. And she drills the extra point. She is a junior kicker. Seen girls on the boys football team throughout the metro area as we go back to the Oatis touchdown run of 7 yards.
Well, it's a simple power with the quarterback lead blocking as well. And Malik Oatis able to punch this in. And I don't know how the outcome of this game is going to happen, Kevin, right here at this point, but you give up a big touchdown on your opening drive defensively, you get a big-time answer coming back the other direction.
Well, it started with that long kick return by Tyler West. Larson to kick off. Get the feeling that Blue Valley West thinks this might be squibbed or an onside type kick.
Well, the extra point was good.
Yeah, I thought it was good too. The scoreboard has not, the official scoreboard in the stadium here is not there, and they just fixed it. Okay.
That's what we were waiting on, the 1 point of the extra point to be added to the scoreboard.
Well, I feel like Blue Valley West has an inkling that there might be an onside kick here as they, just the way they're kind of, well, not this time. Returned by Miller from inside the 5-yard line. No, this is Nagy. And Tate with a nice return across the 25. A sophomore who has an interception back in the second quarter with a nice kickoff return. And now let's see if the Blue Valley West squad wants to manage the clock, but they're getting big plays tonight from their, it seems like everybody. I mean, we saw a Lake Ryan. I didn't even have him listed as a wide receiver tonight on my board here. I was like, who the heck is that running down there? There's Lake Ryan, one of their defensive stars, playing offense. Running play. And that was Darsh just across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
I think you're going to see a steady diet of this running game. You know, they used the shot play up on the last possession for the touchdown.
Darsh, quick pass to the outside. Schneider, a little stop and go action. First down across the 45, and you see the chemistry as.
Well, this is just a high percentage throw to the outside. You're getting soft coverage, running a little curl route, and then letting Schneider pick up yards after the catch.
16 yards, and here's Huffman, running back. Another first down as he's able to get 12 yards. Flag is down back near the 50-yard line.
This is going to negate the first down. You can see right up there by the hash, the arms were outside the framework.
Darsh bottled up. Defense doing a good job of not letting him get going on that play as Peter Crafton was involved in the stop. Darsh has a rushing touchdown and a pick six of 69 yards. So he's made his mark on this game as now facing second down. 16 yards with the holding penalty. Darsh, plenty of time, goes deep middle to Schneider. And Schneider runs underneath it, makes the catch inside the 25-yard line.
So one-on-one coverage on the outside, and the safety, you're going to see here, the safety drives on the crossing route or the out route by the tight end, opening up with outside leverage. Schneider with one-on-one coverage against the corner, and Darsh delivers a strike.
36 yards, first down for Darsh and the offense as he looks to the sideline for the play call. New set of downs as they overcome the holding penalty. And might have to overcome another penalty. As
this is offside on the defense lineup in the neutral zone.
Well, this one will give them 1st and 5. Let's check in with Leon.
Hey, Kevin, you said Lake Ryan kind of caught you off guard being on offense, catching that long touchdown pass. I just talked to him on the sideline. He's on the sideline as a defensive player, obviously, and this is the first time he's played on offense all year. How about that? He gets in and scores that long touchdown. I asked him what prompted that, and he said he really didn't know. He's tall, and he's got good hands.
That always works if you're a receiver, yeah. Pass down the middle, and we've got a touchdown. And in the end zone, Josh Kidd, the tight end, about 7 yards deep, reels it in. And it'll go for 19 and 6 more for the home team as Darsh threw a strike to Josh Kidd.
Well, I mentioned early in the game, Josh Kidd is one of the tight ends we thought we'd see a lot of, right? Big-bodied guy. We've seen Lake Ryan contribute.
That's his first touchdown catch of the year. Josh Kidd, the senior tight end.
But Blue Valley West taking advantage of the size of their tight ends and wide receivers in one-on-one coverage. And Darsh has all day to throw this football. And again, taking advantage of the size differential in the end zone, able to just go up, use your body to shield the defender away and make this catch.
Six plays, 75 yards. And they're still throwing it around the yard. Blue Valley West is with the big lead.
Let's go. OT meeting, baby. Let's go.
Josh Kidd, senior, also as a golfer on the golf squad. First touchdown of the year. As the young coach looking at the iPad technology. 36-year-old head coach. Squib kick, and there you go, Mark. There's your call that you mentioned after the West, nice return. They decide not to give West or Oatis a chance. And instead, it's the tight end Haben with a kickoff return and a short one.
Well, and the last thing you want to do if you're Blue Valley West here is give the Cougars an opportunity to get right back in this thing with a long kickoff return again, especially with those two guys back there.
Well, the coaching staff and the special teams coach agreed with you and decided to let one of the up guys, the tight end, return the kick. And they'll start at the 40-yard line. Here's Morley. He's had a couple interceptions tonight. Oatis to the edge with space, and there he goes. And he is closing quickly in on that 2,000-yard mark as he's down to the 31-yard line.
Well, this play, Kevin, has been their most successful with him all game long. It's just a quick little pitch to the outside. They're outflanking the Blue Valley West defense and getting him out in space.
That was a 28-yard burst by Oatis, and he is very close to that 2,000-yard mark. And this time, well, he's going to go into the negative column as a tackle for a loss by Darsh, who is French-Canadian. His dad is from Canada, long snapper for the Chiefs and the Seattle Seahawks. Now is one of the team doctors for the Kansas City Chiefs. Son going to go to an Ivy League school, going to Penn. And now we're get a timeout for Blue Valley West with the big lead here in the third quarter.
Blue Valley West was about to get caught with an illegal substitution. 12 guys on the field as they had a defender running off, forced to take the timeout.
Well, Coach played for Steve Rampy back in the day. An offensive lineman for Coach Rampy. Played Coach Rampy in his Staley squad, lost by a point. Only 36 years old, 2004 grad of Blue Valley High School. He and his wife Darcy have two young daughters. And he said, I came over here Tuesday to talk to him and talked a little bit after practice in his office, and he said, let's do a walk and talk because my girls are taking part in gymnastics and I got to go pick them up as their dad. And so we did a walk and talk to the parking lot to his car. And great guy. Second down and 11. And this is John Whitener. And now check that. Yeah, I believe it is Johnny Whitener with his first touch of the night. Yeah, sophomore. He's kind of the thick running back. I say that was not Oatis back there, but he's back in. It looks like they're going to set up the Wildcat offense on 3rd down and 10. And he breaks it to the outside. This is going to get him to 2,000 as he busts it inside the 15, just outside the 10. So that should put him over the mark. He now has 2,000 rushing yards as he takes it down to the 11-yard line on a Wildcat run.
Well, what an explosive player as you see him jump inside here and then just run away from the defense. Gets to the outside, and what an accomplishment going over 2,000 yards on the ground rushing.
2010. And now, wow, look at those cuts. And all that work for a couple of yards.
Kevin, this is really a great run. I know it's only a couple yards, but there was nowhere to go. And able to jump cut and get something basically out of nothing right there was Malik Oatis.
There you see it. What a season, a senior campaign. Season high 406 against Shawnee Mission East as Morley going to throw to the end zone. And the ball is incomplete. It's Nagy and Bennett battling there. I guess the ball came out at the end. 50-50 ball, and you got Nagy is the little guy there, and just a late rip by Bennett.
We're going to take a peek at this right here. You mentioned the late rip right there. That ball just touches the ground.
Bennett's like 6'3", and Nagy's 5'8". Nagy held his ground. He has an interception in the second quarter. 2 on the year. 3rd down and 7. Oatis. Little stop and go. Spinning, and he is got the first down. It'll be 1st and goal. Right inside the 1-yard line. Mr. 2000 himself, Malik Oatis.
Blue Valley West did a nice job. It looked like when he caught this pitch, he was just going to be able to get to the pylon, but they did a great job of getting out. They're really corralling him. But then Oatis still almost got into the end zone. He put his foot in the ground, put his shoulder down, and able to pick up the first down.
And easy work for Malik as does the Statue of Liberty into the end zone. And that is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. I mentioned he's gone over 2,000 yards for the season. First team All-League last year, and the awards will soon be coming his way. I'm sure he's in line to be a Simone finalist. As Larson drives the extra point through. 38-21. 5:25 to go in your third quarter.
Just when you think Blue Valley West is kind of taking over this game, Kevin, Shawnee Mission Northwest just keeps punching right back. And we talked about this in the open, the amount of scoring that has happened between the last couple of matchups between these two teams in the playoffs, and we're seeing it here again tonight.
We're at 59. The last 2 meetings, the teams combined for 71 points, 42-29, and last year was 37-34. So we're on pace to get to that 71 mark again. Nagy deep back. The other guy is Sam Shelton. This will be Nagy from the 9-yard line. Remember, he's 5'8", 128, and he plays like he's 6 foot 250 out there. He just plays with his hair on fire. As you take a look at the Hy-Vee scoring drive, 8 plays, 60 yards. Oatis, the hat trick. Now 24 touchdowns on the year, and on that drive, he surpassed 2,000 yards on the season.
And I think the big number here, Kevin, only 2 minutes and 50 seconds on that drive, right? Malik Oatis with the big run as a part of that, capped it off with the 1-yard touchdown run. But if you're Shawnee Mission Northwest, you got to get a stop here, but you got to have those efficient drives to get back in this thing.
And this will be the other Nagy brother, quarterback. Puts it in the belly of Huffman, dodging tackles, and makes it across the 40-yard line for a first down run. Sage Huffman.
Well, he's just real slick with the football, as he's running, just able to slide through some tackles with some subtle movement. And he's having a nice night tonight as well.
And he was adjusting his helmet during the run while he's running the football. I don't know what happened there. Did the shield get knocked loose or something? Because he was up near his face mask during the run. Watch here. He gets hit right there, and then he starts adjusting. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, we saw Daniel Bellinger take an eye socket injury. I mean, you can injure your eye, you can take something. He's got a helmet issue.
Looks like his chin strap just got pushed up into his nose a little bit. I can tell you firsthand that's a little uncomfortable.
Yep. Bono in the game as the pass down the field. Oh, what a nice attempt there by Crew Myers. He was laying out on that ball, and I thought he was going to make a spectacular catch, but popped out right at the end.
Well, Blue Valley West staying aggressive, and Nagy takes a shot and delivers this ball. As you mentioned, Crew, good defensive play coming in there right at the end to get a hand in there as well. It was Makowitz. Makowitz able to get that hand in there and knock that football away.
Third down, the pass incomplete, and there were a lot of white jerseys there as they were looking for the tight end kid, and good coverage there.
Shawnee Mission Northwest almost getting the turnover they need right here as Darsh going to throw this into a lot of traffic.
Estrada was there. Also, Crafton kind of had the tight end bracketed. And we'll see a punt now from Blue Valley West. John Michael Pujato, and there you go. The ball is snapped over the punter's head. John Michael is going to get it out of there. And he'll get it out near the 35-yard line. It takes a
this is
Shawnee Mission Northwest bounce at the end, too.
This is something, Kevin, I know you took a shot down the field on second down, and third down you're throwing it, but if I'm Blue Valley West, I got to keep the ball on the ground a little bit more. I know you've hit some big plays, but now you allow Shawnee Mission Northwest to get a stop, and then you have this, and this is a great job, by the way, to just get this football off to save some field position. But you've turned the football over to the Cougars with an opportunity here. We still have 4 minutes to go in the third quarter here, Kevin. There's a lot of time left in this game, and there's a dangerous player at running back.
That is a good point as Morley goes empty, and this is a 5 wide receiver look for the Cougars. Now Morley's time is running out, and he'll just throw it away. And a couple of hops to Oatis near the Blue Valley West sideline. Incomplete, second down and 10.
Well, I love this sudden change, trying to take a shot down the field. But Morley needs to just go ahead and tuck this and run to his left here ahead of time. Fortunate to get this ball off and not take a sack.
Second down and 10. Oatis to the boundary. And runs out of running room after a short pickup. Malik closing in on a 200-yard game. We've already mentioned his season is over 2,000. 3 touchdowns in the game, 24 for the year. And the Maloney watch list, number 13 in orange, is definitely on there. Malik Oatis. Now third down and long. Play action. Morley stepping, throwing, and finds his tight end Haben. And that is a first down catch. It's the Cougar tight end, a little slow to get up.
Well, this play is giving Blue Valley West fits all night. Haben's been wide open on this a couple of times. They missed him the second time they ran this to the wide side of the field in the second quarter. But able to hit him here, and that's a huge third down conversion for the Cougars.
Haben got the first down on the catch down to the 20-yard line. Cougars going with Oatis, and runs out of room. Tried the spinorama and then just went out of bounds. Gain of a couple as we send it down to Leon.
Hey, Kevin, I was over on the Northwest sideline, and I talked to Malik Oatis. Kind of broke the news to him that he has reached 2,000 yards, and he said he knew he was close. It means a lot, but it'll mean much more after this game, and just wants to continue to play well.
Pass caught. And that is Bennett. And Bennett, young sophomore, good size, good upside. This pass get deflected at the line, and Bennett just able to stay with it. Yep. Bennett, good eyes there.
Great concentration with that. It'll be a dangerous play when that ball gets tipped, especially up off a hand at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 3. Oatis. He did not get the first down. 4th down coming up.
Able to pick up at least a yard, so it's going to be a 4th and 2 here.
Darsh and McManaman combined for the stop. McManaman, a junior. It's a nice recognition as a sophomore. Honorable mention all league. As they'll power for the first down.
Well, they've done this several times tonight. Line up 3 backs in the backfield. The old school Maryland eye, we used to call that.
Yeah.
But quarterback sneak it and pick up essentially 3 yards here for the first down, making it 1st and goal for Shawnee Mission Northwest.
Was just power football and able to get it done as Oatis stays down low and gets it inside the 5-yard line.
Mentioned power football right there again. Couple backs and then the quarterback after the pitch. Morley trying to pick up a block as well for Oatis.
Spot him at the 3. It'll be 2nd down. Oatis can't get away from Crew Myers, who held on for dear life and made the stop. It'll be a 3rd down coming up. No gain on that last run. 3rd down and goal.
Watch the leg drive of Malik Oatis here. He's not going anywhere and just continues to at least get a yard or 2 out of this after being corralled.
Quarterback sneak again, and it's just power football. Again, they got that good thrust from the middle, and it'll be a touchdown. Logan Morley, quarterback sneak from 3 yards out, and ball game still active here late in the 3rd quarter. As PAT can make it a 10-point ball game, still another quarter to play. And Olivia Anderson with the PAT 10-point ball game at 38-28. Olivia, backup kicker for Shawnee Mission Northwest. Derek Larson, tremendous kicker, and they share duties. Seeing more and more girls playing on the boys varsity football team. But as mentioned, Mark Borichter, sideline alert to Blue Valley West. Ball game's not over yet.
Yeah, this thing's far from over. We got 11 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And Blue Valley West getting a little over aggressive on their last drive. And just like this, Kevin, now you mentioned a 10-point ball game. It's a 2-score game right now. Shawnee Mission Northwest back in this game.
And we're at now 66 points scored after the last 2 have been 71. As once again, we saw this on the 4th down, the push. Not the big guy in the middle there, Dillard. The center kind of just big wave.
Well, they've gotten 2 to 3 yards every time they've run that quarterback sneak here tonight. A lot of times it's been on 4th down situations, but right there, going with the safe play for them.
from the 5-yard line on the return. This is Nagy. And Nagy to the 23. Good special teams work there by the Cougars. That was Hoskins involved in the special team stop, the starting safety. It's going to be Nagy at quarterback, the senior. In first year with the team. They lived here before when his dad was coaching with the Chiefs, but then he got the Chicago Bears job and they moved to Chicago. Now back after he was fired from that job. As they send it out in the flat, Crew Myers, short gain. Claude Hudson, the defensive back, in on the stop. And that'll be 3 quarters in the books, but momentum has an orange feel to it right now. First round action of the state playoffs on Spectrum Sports. Hy-Vee scoring by quarters, and we got a new one going to the fourth quarter as we send it down to Leon.
What, that Shawnee Mission Northwest sideline has some energy, and after that last stop, that energy led by their head coach, Bo Black. He was up and down the sideline pumping his fist, and he has got the Cougars fired up right now to start this fourth quarter.
As I mentioned, going to break. Momentum with the team in orange right now. As they were down 31-7. It's now 38-28 with a whole quarter to play. Second down and long for Nagy. Swing pass. And Huffman to the edge. Boy, that's some good speed. Be just a little bit shy of the first down as Makowitz, the safety, made the stop. But we've seen that be a bread and butter play, this little swing pass to Huffman tonight.
Well, it has, and I'll give Makowitz credit for getting out there because it looked like Huffman was going to be able to turn the corner and pick up the first down, but the hustle from his safety position and Makowitz tackling him short brings up this third and 2.
Running play, and good second effort there, and let's see where they're spotting it. It looks like he's got the first down. As Huffman looked like he was going to be stopped short, he stumbled forward and moves the chains.
The Shawnee Mission Northwest defense playing inspired here on this drive. Great job by Huffman, though, here. Sage Huffman keeping his feet. Nice job of putting that hand down on the turf to pick up that first down.
Just great balance by the junior. Here's Huffman again. Not much doing. Cougars combine on the stop. Hageman there. And also Peter Crafton. Peter, an outside linebacker, the will linebacker, the senior. This 4-3 defense. Brian Vesta, longtime coach with Bo Black. Go back to the Great Bend days. Second down and long. And this running play is stopped dead in its tracks. That was Bono. And Harper Engel. This defense is fired up, trying to get a stop on third down and 10. And get the football back to their offense, trailing by 10 points in a win-or-go-home game.
This is a huge third down right here. A 2-score game. Third and long here at 3rd and 10. The Shawnee Mission Northwest defense, mentioned playing really inspired here.
Nagy, all day to throw. Down the field, pass is caught. That's Schneider with the catch. Initially thought it might be intercepted, and it is a first down.
Well, Blue Valley West is going to get away with one right here. Well, they're going to talk about it because they're setting up a middle screen here to Huffman. And they got Lyman 15, 20 yards downfield, and this obviously is making a great play down the field to Schneider.
Schneider, yeah. It
But
looked
they
like
had offensive linemen 15 yards down the field as they were trying to set up a middle screen to Huffman.
And I thought Tyler West was going to step in there and get an interception. Schneider still made the catch. As we hold the phone for the officials to discuss this, Doug Simpson will make the call as the referee tonight, the white hat. Could be a crucial call in this ball game. Schneider has the first down.
Yeah, they're discussing this. Yeah.
There it is. And the Northwest bench erupts.
Well, the Blue Valley West folks are not happy about it, but they don't really have an argument here, Kevin, because they were setting up this middle screen to Huffman. And watch this offensive line. Okay, they can only go 5 yards down. Again, Huffman's coming in here. He's now at about the 39-yard line. That's where the middle. Look, they've got offensive linemen 15, 20 yards down the field. It's clear and obvious that they just missed it at the time. So the officials at least got together, got the call correct. And that's just a product, of course, setting up that screen. Those guys don't know up front, right, what's going on behind them. And Dar's trying to make a play.
Third down,
Schneider.
15. It's a 5-yard penalty. Blue Valley West gets another chance, and now encroachment. That'll be Elson, the defensive lineman. Tackle. So all that, and they get the yardage back with an encroachment penalty. That is a breath of desperation there.
That's the
It's like,
sigh of
oh,
frustration
man.
right there from Bo Black, knowing that 3rd and 15 is obviously a lot different than 3rd and 10 for your defense here.
And the Cougars defense come up with a stop and get it back down 10 in the fourth quarter in the first round of the state playoffs. Rally caps are on. Back to pass goes Nagy, setting up the screen. Has it to the tight end. Kidd has a lot of running to do here, and he's not going to get there. He stopped at the 40-yard line. As making the play was Jonte Harris-Webster, defensive end, and it'll be 4th down, and they're still going to need about 4 yards for the first down. Punting unit is coming out for Blue Valley West.
Well, I mentioned the difference between 3rd and 15 and 3rd and 10, and this is it right here. Kidd picks up a block on the outside, still ends up about 4 yards short. But Blue Valley West going to go ahead and punt this football away.
Oatis is the deep man. Oh, nearly got a piece of it. JMP will get the kindness of the field turf on the roll inside the 15 down near the 14-yard line.
Well, the Shawnee Mission Northwest defense doing their job, aided obviously by the illegal man downfield penalty, but getting a stop. Down 10 here with 8:46 to go in the fourth.
Ended up being a 46-yard punt. It wasn't the prettiest as the Cougars got pressure, and Pujato got the field turf roll, and now critical drive as here comes the Cougar offense on the field. They'll have it at the 14-yard line, trailing by 10. But early in the second half, we're down 31-7.
Not the start you want to this drive with an illegal procedure penalty.
Yep, there's that sigh again by Coach Black. Now backed up inside the 10. Morley in his own end zone. Gets rid of it. Dangerous pass. And it is caught. And that is the tight end Haben. Showing good hands. Thrown to the ground by Darsh.
Well, this is a nice decision by Morley here. They're trying to sneak Malik out on a little go route, but able to come back to his underneath receiver and pick up some positive yardage.
Jenks had the pressure, but Morley able to get to his tight end. Here's Oatis on a cutback run. And trying to use a stiff arm. As he's just across the 15-yard line. Now, big down and distance for the Cougars, facing 3rd down and 7. Oatis, 3 touchdowns. He's gone over 2,000 yards, if you're just joining us, for his season, as he approaches a 200-yard game. Third down pass is caught, and it's a first down, as going down low and making the catch is Flickinger, just across the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Logan Morley playing with a little bit more confidence here, the sophomore. Nice job and nice throw here to the outside, away from the coverage, to pick up the first down.
Morley, deep middle, and too tall for the 6'3" wide receiver Bennett, incomplete. And Bennett again talking to the official. He might have been held up a little bit there.
This was just a near miss from Morley down the middle of the field, but this is a well-thrown football. Just a little bit behind the receiver. But I like taking a shot right there. They had him open.
Pujato had the coverage. This is where they bring in a H-back or fullback, and now they'll take a timeout. 7-minute mark, 4th quarter. Win, you move on to play Olathe North next week. Lose, you're checking in your equipment on Halloween. And the game of the week is brought to you by Hy-Vee. They're proud to support Kansas City High School athletics. BV-DAC Antioch is where we're at tonight, Southern Johnson County. Bo Black looking for a rally cap, as this team was down 31-7 early stages of the 3rd quarter. They've rallied back. And still fighting to get a comeback road win. Move on to the 2nd round of the playoffs.
There's 7 minutes left here in this 4th quarter, and this game's far from over.
After the timeout, Morley again, deep middle, intercepted. At midfield, taken away. John Michael Pujato and Bennett have been sparring all night. This time, it's the DB with the interception, 3rd interception thrown by Morley.
Well, I just mentioned that Morley was playing with a little bit more confidence. He's going to learn here to throw his receiver open, because he's got Bennett open. If he throws that, there's nobody else to the bottom of the field. Just throw it and let him run underneath that. But as it is, it's underthrown, and Pujato comes up with a big interception for Blue Valley West.
Running play, Huffman stretching to the outside, cuts it back, and not much gain. He stayed inbounds, stopped by Makowitz. Let's see if they want to manage clock here. Run the ball. Nagy at quarterback. 2nd down and long. Make Shawnee Mission Northwest use those timeouts. They still have 2 left.
This is an important drive for Blue Valley West to at least use some clock here.
Play clock winding down. Use the play clock nicely, and then throw wide, incomplete. That was intended for Schneider, and missed the mark, did Nagy that time.
Just a high percentage throw, actually, that Nagy just threw way wide.
Now 3rd down and long. Keep it on the ground. Cut back run by Huffman. Makes a man miss. First down and more. As there's a flag down as he gets it inside the 35-yard line. Penalty on Shawnee Mission Northwest.
A huge pickup of the first down by Huffman for Blue Valley West. Because the last thing you want to do right there is have to punt the football away.
That is a backbreaker for Coach Black. New set of downs from the 34, 1st and 10. This team's been penalized quite a bit tonight, but both teams have seen yellow as this pass caught on the sideline. Making the catch is Sheline, the 6'2 junior wide receiver.
Now, Nagy heads to the sideline and Darsh is back in. This is where you start to see a lot more of that zone read out of this Blue Valley West offense.
Darsh will let the play clock run down as it's under 5 seconds before he takes the snap. He is corralled on the play by Elson, who's considered the pound for pound the strongest guy on the Shawnee Mission Northwest team. State qualifier as a wrestler. Now 3rd down and 6 in Blue Valley West. Keeping the clock rolling. See if they use the play clock. Send them running it down to single digits before they snap it. Trying to go hard cadence. And now we'll get a timeout for Blue Valley West.
Blue Valley West trying to pick up, maybe get Shawnee Mission Northwest to jump offside there. The hard count twice. They typically get up to the line of scrimmage. We've seen make a little bit of a hard count and then get adjustments on the play call from the sideline. That time they doubled it up.
Well, next week, another playoff game. Will it be in Missouri or Kansas? Well, we'll get our heads together, get the algorithm out, and figure out the game once we see the brackets. So get ready for that. Decision made this weekend.
But we do know the winner of this game gets Olathe North.
It's a pretty good matchup. Eagles 8-1. Olathe West 7-2. They won last night. Blue Valley Northwest 6-2. They're the defending state champs, and they're the 5 seeds. So all the high seeds moving on. Right now the 8's trying to eliminate the 9. Of course, if you're wondering, Manhattan on the western side of the 6A brackets, number 1. Derby, number 2. They played in week 1. Manhattan won in overtime over Derby. Swing pass. Huffman in space. Huffman down the sidelines will run out of bounds at the 11-yard line. He'll go for 18 yards. And I'll tell you what, when you're watching the film tomorrow, you're going to say that little swing pass to number 20, that was working all night long.
And Sage Huffman pointing to the bench and pointing to his chest like that's my fault for running out of bounds right there in that situation. But that play was 100% designed on that little flat route with the clear out.
Darsh on the quarterback read option. Tackled by Khalil Moses from the secondary. And now a flag is down as frustrations may be settling in. And this one's going to be on Shawnee Mission Northwest. Dead ball flag. be a half the distance penalty. So a pass on a fade to the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Schneider and Darsh. The chemistry is beautiful, and it goes for a 4-yard fade touchdown pass for Blue Valley West. Jack Schneider fought injury throughout the year. His 6th receiving touchdown of the year. And it was Pujado with the interception, and he tacks on the extra point.
Well, a methodical drive with a couple of big third down conversions by Blue Valley West, capped off on the outside fade to Jack Schneider, who goes up, a little bit of a battle, picks this ball up off its highest point.
He's been battling a lower leg injury throughout the year. Played about half the snaps. They say he's such a versatile guy. If he can do something to help his team, he does it. He played quarterback last year at one point, had a good game. And there you see the scoring drive set up by that Pujado interception. 8 plays, 50 yards, 2.5 off the clock. And we're now at 73 total points scored, so we've surpassed the 2 last meetings of 71. But it could be the same result. 3 straight Blue Valley West playoff wins over St. Thomas or Shawnee Mission Northwest. As there's Tyler West, who had that long 64-yard kick return in the second half. And again, they squib it to an up man. And this is Haben, the tight end, across the 40-yard line. And another flag is down.
The frustration starting to boil over now for Shawnee Mission Northwest.
And an ejection.
I'm going to see at the bottom of your screen right down here. Yeah, that extra punch to the face. It's Peter Crafton.
And the flag is thrown at his heels, and he has been ejected. First and 10 from the 27. And now the ball is taken away. This is Axtell, the linebacker, with a takeaway and a touchdown. Second defensive touchdown of the night. 4 takeaways, and that is a dismayed Bo Black.
Well, I lost Malik Oedis in the fray initially because he cut back, and Axtell just got his hand in there and stripped the football away.
Got the strip and the score. So they've got a pick 6, and now they've got a strip and score by their 2 linebackers tonight, Darsh and Axtell.
Watch Oedis cut this back. Right here is where he kind of gets lost in the fray. And then Axtell just strips the football. It pops right up in the air, right to him. And then wins the foot race into the end zone. So 2 defensive scores tonight for Blue Valley West, as you mentioned, Kevin.
And the math, when you do that, is definitely on your side. Axtell's had a good night. Probably a double figures night tackles. And now has that one, and that's going to cap it. Well, I had to ask Coach, he's talking to Coach Korkemeyer, I said, back in the day there was a Jayhawk named Luke Axtell, but he was a real tall guy, and this linebacker's only 5'10". No relation there, Kevin. I know you're trying to get some stories and some correlation, but nope. No relation. As here's Haben, the tight end. And, well, mistakes in playoff games will haunt you as we get near Halloween, and that's cost Shawnee Mission Northwest tonight on the road.
Well, it has, and this pick six right at the end of the first half was really the one that got this going and put Blue Valley West in front to stay. It's been an interesting second half, of course, and on some things, but as you mentioned, the miscues, this interception right here really kind of killed all momentum Shawnee Mission Northwest had, and then this play right here by Axtell, just stripping Malik Oedis of the football. It bounces right to him in the air, able to take advantage of the opportunity.
Morley looking deep down the field, and is another interception by Pujado? Yes! The takeaways, they just keep on coming. That's a 2-interception night for John Michael Pujado, the senior defensive back, and excellent kicker, and the sledgehammer is going to number 5.
Well, this is a really well-thrown ball by Morley. It's just a better play by Pujado going up and getting this football, Kevin. With that opportunity, we just showed all the turnovers that have happened so far in this game. And on cue, Pujado comes through with his second interception of the game. Then Shawnee Mission Northwest trying to make a big play right off the bat. And Pujado just goes up on a 50-50 ball and makes a great play.
And now, running play to Huffman. Now, Hageman's thinking he ripped it out. Flag is down. No signal of a turnover. But we do have a flag to assess.
This is going to be on Harper Angle, extracurricular activities.
So we've seen 3 of those go against the Cougars, and an ejection here late in the ball game.
Blue Valley West having some backups in the game, and you're going to see number 90 right here.
Just frustrations as the quarterback keeping it. On the read option. Spun down at the 45-yard line. Got a new quarterback in the ball game. That'll be Nick Taylor, senior, 5'11", 170. Seeing some action. Bono in the backfield. West managing the clock before snapping. Then the left-hander hit as he throws. And that was like the linebacker hit him there. That was Hageman that had contact on the left-hander.
Just pressure up in his face, nowhere to go with the ball.
Now 3rd down and 5. Bono. And close to the first down. I don't know. Spot looks to be right at the 50, so that should be enough for the first down. Take a look at number 31, Tyler Bono Jr. And no, I didn't ask if he's related to Sonny Bono from the Sonny and Cher show back in the 70s. Just my luck, he probably is. And now Taylor going to be thrown for a loss as Hageman, Mike linebacker, whips the quarterback down and he's injured. Now Taylor's going to have to come off. Yep.
He hit the side of his head on the turf pretty good as he got thrown down. You're going to see it right here. Right there. He's getting the side of his head. It's going to hit that turf.
I've seen a lot of whipping tackles tonight where you're spinning and throwing the guy down. I've seen legs trapped underneath. This time the quarterback hitting his head. New quarterback in the game is sophomore Jack Cook. So how many quarterbacks have we seen tonight for Blue Valley West? Well, 4? Okay. I've only got 2 listed on my board. Running play for Bono. And taken down there by Hudson. Also involved Moses, 2 secondary guys. Under a minute. Blue Valley West and Olathe North coming up next week. Well, it was Blue Valley West was the team getting all the preseason love. They were the big sleeper team to win the EKL, and Coach Korkemeyer said, my guys read a lot of the clippings, but didn't finish the job as Engel makes another stop. Finished the season, the regular season, 3-5, but lost 3 straight, 4 of their last 5 in the tough EKL. But we've seen EKL teams, once the playoffs start, make a run. And that will be our final play of the game. And Blue Valley West moving on to the second round of the 6A state playoffs. High scoring game. Point total got to 80 after the last 2 meetings were 71. Jaguars win at home, moving on in the state playoffs. Hy-Vee postgame coming up next. Blue Valley West winning in the opening round of the playoffs, and Leon has the winning coach.
Head coach Josh Korkemeyer, Blue Valley West. You're advancing in the playoffs. 52-28 the final. Not as easy, though, as that score may have indicated.
It wasn't. Credit to Shawn Mission Northwest. They played really hard, and they made us earn it.
You said at halftime you got the ball bouncing your way a little bit. You had those big interceptions at the end of the first half. 5 takeaways in this game, and 2 of them led to direct points for your team. How about your defense tonight?
Yeah, they were outstanding. That's a really good offensive football team, and 13's a really good offensive player, and hats off to our defense. They made some plays.
How pleased were you with your team when they got within 10? A little momentum going there, and your team responded.
Yeah, it's great for them to see what can happen and believe good things are going to happen, and we're going to need that as we go down the road in playoffs.
And I want to ask you about Zach Darsh. That kid does everything. Throws the ball tonight, plays defense. What does he mean to this team?
He's a lot. Obviously playing both sides of the ball. He's our long snapper. He's punting the ball. He's a pretty special kid, and we wouldn't be here without him. And if we get to where we want to go, he's going to be a big reason why.
Advancing in the playoffs, the next step's never easier. You have top seed Olathe North. Are you thinking about that yet?
Not yet. We're just trying to win 1 week at a time. We tell our kids we're 0-0, so we're 1-0 for the next couple hours, and then we'll go back to 0-0 and figure out Olathe North tomorrow.
All right, Coach. You go enjoy this with your team. Take care. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Leon. Good win tonight. 5 takeaways. We saw the Darsh show. We saw Huffman have a good night, but 5 takeaways, and you're moving on to Olathe North, second round of the playoffs.
Well, you are, and the playoffs a lot of times, Kevin, are all about surviving and advancing, right? Like you survive and advance, and for a while here in the fourth quarter, it felt like that's exactly what Blue Valley West did. They survived and advanced. Ultimately, the scoreboard shows 52-28, but you mentioned the 5 takeaways were really the key to this game to put it away. We saw the 3 right there at the end of the second half, and that's really what the difference was in this game.
Special thanks to all the folks at the Kansas State High School Activities Associations. Thanks to our school ADs, Kevin Zimmerman and Angelo Giacalone of Northwest. Thanks to our coaches, Bo Black and Josh Korkemeyer. Our producer's been Joe Novacek. For Mark Bo Richter, Leon Lebo, and our entire Spectrum Sports broadcast crew, Kevin White saying so long from BB DAC and Antioch. Our final, once again, a high-scoring affair. Blue Valley West moving on in the 6A state playoffs. And have a happy Halloween 2022 as we say goodnight from Overland Park.